Governor Mike Braun used his first State of the State address Wednesday night to make the case for his policy priorities to lawmakers and the public. He touted his executive order ending diversity, equity, and inclusion in state government. But as Pat Bean reports, eliminating DEI policies led to a boycott of the speech by the Indiana Black Legislative Caucus.
The executive order Braun signed after being sworn in as governor 2 weeks ago replaced DEI programs with what he calls MEI. That stands for Merit, Excellence, and Innovation.
Diversity and equality are hallmarks of what we all believe as a country. But these top-down DEI approaches and mandates led to division and inefficiency. MEI puts merit and results at the forefront.
The Indiana Black Legislative Caucus says that sends a message that Indiana doesn't care about fairness. So instead of attending the State of State address, members of the caucus and others gathered just down the hall at the State House. Nearly a dozen people spoke about the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion work.
It's about the community coming together and expressing how we want to live and how we want our state to move forward.
Nearly every member of the caucus attended the rally instead of the State of the State. Harris said while others also declined to attend the speech, the rally was intentional.
So it's really to get attention. People don't want to see things move backwards. We want to keep progressing in the right direction, and we had to do that in a way that showed that we're serious and that this is important.
Senate President Pro Tem Roderick Bray says the Black Legislative Caucus's absence was a little disappointing.
They need to be at the table. We'll do better work with them at the table, and the fact that they decide not to be there is a little frustrating in that regard.
Braun's executive order also directed all state agencies to ensure they're complying with the 2023 U.S. Supreme Court decision barring colleges and universities from considering race in their admissions process. In his proposed budget, Braun cut funding for Martin University, the state's only predominantly black college. Last year, the university received $5 million from the state. Martin University Board of Trustees Chair Joseph Perkins says the university does have funding and will work with corporate partners to fill the gaps. In his address, Braun also highlighted property tax reform, immigration enforcement, and addressed high health care costs.
Bringing down health care costs, improving outcomes for Hoosiers, reforming this industry shouldn't be a partisan issue.
But Senate Democratic leader Shelley Yoder says Braun is not pursuing real solutions like capping prescription drug prices and expanding rural health care programs.
And yet, the governor's budget cuts public health funding by a third and kicks 2,000 people off of health insurance.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Pat Bean.